Hey, Buzzers. I hope you all enjoyed your weekend. I'm your host, Melicia Johnson.
And I'm your host, JT Arose.
If you are ready for the top entertainment news stories of the day, don't you go anywhere because the buzz starts right now. Today, we are dedicating the show to one of the largest, most famous, and most profitable music festivals in the U.S., Coachella. This year's lineup was bigger and better than ever, but don't you feel bad if you didn't make it. We have our guest panelists here, Allegra Miller, to give you the inside scoop. But we can't go any further without talking about the queen, the history maker herself, Beyonce. Let's check out a small clip of her 2-hour performance. To say that I love her is an understatement.
No, you guys, I cannot tell you what this crowd was like. I've never seen an artist pull this number of people to an act ever. Like, I swear the people who were in the front must have gotten there at 2 p.m. when she didn't perform until like midnight. I swear it's literally stretched half the fairgrounds. I've never seen anything like it.
You know, what's interesting that George Stephanopoulos in his interview with Good Morning America, he said that millennials cared more about Beyonce than his own interview with former FBI director James Comey, like, which is,
from my experience, that's right.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than the fact that Jay-Z was on stage with Beyonce as well as Solange, this was it was a political moment as well. She's the first woman, African-American woman, to headline Coachella. And also it was political because she sung Lift Every Voice and Sing, which is a Black national anthem. So overall, B killed it like we all expected it.
Yeah, she was such a special moment there, and she, like, day 2 drew so many more people than day 1 or day 3. And I really think it was because people went specifically to see her, and to have an artist draw people who maybe wouldn't even normally go to Coachella, but they want to see her so badly that they're going to do the whole festival. Like, that's awesome. That's really powerful.
That's a great point. And New York Times even did an article that said Beyonce is bigger than Coachella. I think it's safe to say that Beyonce was bigger.
I don't think Coachella was ready for her, honestly.
Beychella. And clearly #Beychella was the biggest story coming out of weekend 1, but there were plenty of shocking moments that had social media buzzing as well. Let's talk yodeling kid.
He's so
I
adorable.
love the yodeling kid.
Yes.
I was just so impressed that this kid had that moment. He went from a meme to now being able to perform at
performing in Walmart.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you know, he was a really well-kept secret. Like, I didn't find out that he was performing until maybe half an hour before he went on, and everyone was texting me like, yodeling kids at the stage. Everyone's like, what? So yeah, honestly, good for him. Like, how cool to be on the Coachella stage from yodeling in Walmart.
Exactly.
I'm happy for him, honestly.
And we actually have a clip of the performance, so let's take a look.
He's adorable.
Honestly, he's killing it. He did such a good job.
Look at him with his little cowboy hat. Even Justin Bieber was a fan.
Justin Bieber is a huge fan of the yodeling kid. He's adorable.
And then let's talk about some more romantic stuff that was happening. The weekend was seen showing some PDA with Chantel's Jeffries, but there were rumors and reports that him and Bella Hadid were kissing all night. So I don't know what's going on.
And then he was also singing an emotional, you know.
No, I have to tell you guys, the camera kept panning into him pretty close, and you could tell he was like very emotional. Like, you know, there were some songs on his new album that were rumored to be about Selena, and I believe it. There was definitely, something going on there because his performance was so passionate and it was so emotional.
Yeah. Well, the weekend was all over the place emotionally, but 3 people who weren't all over the place. Destiny's Child was a huge surprise. Yes. How was it when they came out? How did the crowd go?
The crowd went wild. There were all these kind of rumors circling around, and everyone was really hoping that they would, but it was getting a little bit deeper into the set, and people weren't sure. And then when they all came out, like, the crowd went wild, and they absolutely killed it. I have to tell you, they were all on point.
Clearly, Beyonce was like, Michelle, you better get it together for Coachella, because I know sometimes there's always mishaps with Michelle, but. Either way, we're going to have Allegra give us some more inside scoops about stuff that, like the top moment that she really felt she saw at Coachella.
Well, guys, I have to tell you, for me, the top moment was by far Odesza's drones. Like, this was so cool. As soon as you saw it, it looked like balloons were rising from the stage, and then all of a sudden they kind of started to like go into this formation, and it was like rotating, and it was like Odesza's logo, and it was absolutely mesmerizing. Like, it was just so cool to see that use of technology come to this festival. Like, the whole crowd was literally staring at it for minutes. Like, it was just incredible.
It literally just gave me the chills, right?
I know, it's giving me the chills looking at it again.
That footage that we saw was taken by our executive producer who attended the performance.
Yeah, if you are partying all day at Coachella, eventually it's going to lead you to having a bad case of the munchies. Luckily, the music festival is known for having great food from all across the country. Let's toss it over to Shira for a segment called Food-chella.
Welcome to Food-chella. Feast your eyes on some of the most mouth-watering treats at Coachella, because hate to break it to you, but not everyone goes for the music. We've got you covered on what everybody's eating. From basic Chella favorites to creative Coachella concoctions, we're drooling just looking at some of these pictures. What better way to start than with the Coachella classic, watermelon wedge, a perfect cool combination to balance the desert heat, not to mention healthy too. On the other hand, what kind of festival would it be without churros? But these aren't just any churros. These fried babies are covered in a sugary cereal and dipped in ice cream. If you're feeling a bit more rebellious, definitely opt for these than just a regular churro. And what's Coachella without some crazy cool combination of sorts? Ever heard of chicken and waffles? Well, this Coachella favorite was a hit. Fried chicken wrapped in waffles, not only breakfast, but lunch too. And in the form of a burrito. I mean, how much better can that get? That's it for this week on Food-chella. What did you eat at Coachella? Have something yummy to share? Tag us at USC The Buzz. We're now going to toss it over to Megan, who's going to tell us how to burn off all of these Coachella treats.
If you need to work off all that Coachella food in time for weekend 2, or even just blow off some steam before finals, we've got you covered. Welcome to a special edition of Movement Monday, where I spoke with USC's very own Clarissa Karunaratne about the best ways for students to get moving. Clarissa is a senior majoring in International Relations Global Business and teaches yoga sculpt here at USC.
Dedicate your energy to something or someone who needs it the most. Take that in and exhale it out.
Physical and mental health is really important for whether you want to exceed academically or physically or spiritually or however you define that. But I think, having a 1-hour workout every day is a way to just ground yourself, step back from your stresses, like from anything that may be worrying you. No matter how busy you are, I think you can always fit a workout in, and it has so many benefits. It'll just uplift your mood. And I've seen it. There's been weeks where I don't work out for a week or two, and then I feel super sluggish, and then I get back into it, and I'm like, there you go. I was lacking that. So I think it's really important to just integrate it into your daily week. I love doing abs. I think abs is a fun way just to, get a workout, and it's not too hard. And you can get super into it just with a good song, or you can do it anywhere, whenever you wake up, or whether it's right before bed or during a yoga class. It's always accessible to anybody. You don't need a membership for that. I love celebrity fitness gurus and everything like that, but I think the people who really inspire me the most to just be a better teacher and a student on the mat and off the mat are just my other yoga teachers. Just seeing them and their faces, and that lights up my mood and makes me want to be a better teacher too.
Thanks, Megan. That definitely motivated me to get back in the gym. Hey Buzzers, I'm Katie Starr Henley, and I'm here to bring you the biggest trendsetters of Coachella. Celebs like Iggy Azalea and Kylie Jenner ditched their flower crowns for more edgy looks. Kylie Jenner rocked pink hair while wearing a camel-colored vinyl set. Sets were a huge trend all weekend long. Iggy Azalea looked extremely trendy in a low-riding sweats and high-waisted briefs, a look I'm sure we'll see a lot more of. We'll definitely see more edgy looks at weekend 2, but let's take a look at the Boohoo classics served at weekend 1 by celebs and USC students. Victoria's Secret model Liz Ybarrero and Jasmine Tokes brought complete Coachella vibes in flowy bottoms and lace bralettes. USC student and Instagram influencer Breslin Juwan stayed on trend in a white mesh set. Mesh will definitely stick around for weekend 2. Our very own Addie Stanford stayed cool while rocking Coachella essentials, sunglasses and a black hat. These are only a few looks from Coachella weekend 1. Are you rocking edgy looks at weekend 2, or boho chic always the way to go? Tweet us what you think at USC The Buzz. I'm Katie Starr Henley, and that's all for this week of Trendsetters.
Oh my gosh, that has me excited about like picking out clothes.
I know. I'm so excited for next year.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our Food-chella episode. I know we're both excited to see how Coachella Weekend 2 will try and top opening weekend. So tune in next week, Monday at 12 p.m. for our last episode of the season to find out the latest in entertainment news.
Yes, and let us know if you're planning on going to Coachella for Weekend 2. And don't hesitate to share with us your favorite moments from the festival by commenting below or tweeting us at USC The Buzz. For The Buzz, I'm Alicia.
And I'm JT Arose. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.